Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. Today I have a little get ready with me. I picked up the new Hourglass foundation. I also got the Hourglass palette that I ordered during the Sephora sale that just came in. A couple of others, like some new makeup items, some I just kind of want to play around with. I just feel like putting on makeup and I thought you may want to put on makeup with me. So if you enjoy this type of video, be sure to subscribe, but let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is actually prime my skin. I'm going to use the Watermelon Niacinamide Dewdrops from Glow Recipe. This is going to be my second time trying this Hourglass foundation. I wore this the day before yesterday, and I felt like it was, I think they claim to be like a kind of a soft, natural finish. I find it's a little more matte than what I'm used to right now. So I think if I add down a little bit of this dewiness, it might help. I'm inching ever closer to becoming a brows off camera girl, which I never thought that would be me. But I've been using and loving this Patrick Ta brow wax, and it is definitely best used on bare skin. But I've found this to be the only product of this type that actually keeps my brows in place. And the key is to not use too much liquid, I feel like. You can use water or setting spray, and then this is the brush that comes with it, but you can use pretty much any spoolie. But I really do love this product. I'm going to spray just a little bit of the Urban Decay All Nighter Vitamin C, and now go in with the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation from Hourglass. I picked up the shade 11. Made in Korea, assembled in the USA. There was an Hourglass stick foundation that I tried a long time ago, and I think they had a liquid out before as well. But I remember never being able to get a great shade for me, I think, but I liked the stick. And I ordered this online and kind of guessed the shade. I think I did pretty good. I actually put on a little bit of self-tanner yesterday and today, just like these Clarins drops that you mix into your moisturizer, because I feel like my winter pale is starting to happen. I'm definitely liking this more than I did the first time I tried this, because I had actually used the Hourglass Mineral Primer, which is not the type of primer that I generally even like. So that was kind of my bad, but I thought, you know, Hourglass is out and Hourglass together. I didn't love that combination. I found it just looked a little streaky on my skin, so I'm finding this base to be a lot better. Or if I had just put it on moisturized skin too. Doesn't necessarily need to be a hydrating primer. And I took out about a pump. I find this, you don't need much of this. Like it builds pretty nicely. I wouldn't do more than 2 pumps. For concealer, I'm going to use some Rimmel Multitasker Concealer. Such a good one. Really great drugstore concealer. I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting with it too. Let that set. And then for my bronzer, I'm going to use this from Merit. It is their Bronze Bomb in the shade Leo. I could maybe go a shade up. Basically, it looks like chocolate. Like you just want to bite it. I could probably go a shade up, but this one is okay. It's a very sheer product, so you don't need to be too nervous on like picking out your shade, in the sense of like it's not super pigmented. And then I'm going to use my Sephora Airbrush Pro Flawless 56 brush. Actually getting ready to go shoot an episode of Pretty Blunt. That wasn't actually the plan, I was just getting ready to shoot a YouTube video. Just for that, but I actually forgot that Jess and I are filming some extra episodes. We're starting to prep for season 3 of Pretty Blunt podcast, so I forgot that we were doing that today. So she texted me and she was like, "We're on for today?" I was like, yes we are. So anyways, so now this is it's a real get ready with me. I really am getting ready. I'm going in with my Real Techniques brush, the setting brush. I've been liking this for my concealer lately, even under the eyes. Who would have thought? I talked about this in a recent vlog, which I'll link down below, but I just got off of antidepressants not long ago, and I'm still so sweaty. Like, my upper lip sweats so much. If you've ever been on medication that makes you sweat, it's so annoying, especially for makeup. So I'm waiting for that to go away. If it ever does, please report back if you've got some insight. I'm ready for it to go. I'm gonna add just a little bronzer back here. I like my temples being kind of more bronzed than highlighted. Like this part right here. This part sort of lifted, this part kind of back here bronzed. My skin has just felt really unhappy lately. I don't know if it was period plus retinol purging perhaps, and then the weather changing, but unhappy skin. In the sense of, like, you know, I had some breakouts around my mouth and they were like painful. It wasn't only just like that I didn't like the way they looked, like they were painful. I talked about this powder in my most recent favorites video, and I'm not sure if I showed it on my YouTube channel or on Instagram, honestly. It's, I just can't remember, but I've been really loving it. It's the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur powder. So the translucent powder, obviously iconic, has been around for a long time, but this is the translucent Ultra Blur, and it's also in the shade Translucent Honey, which is a newer shade to Laura Mercier, which they made for kind of my skin tone, like tan, medium skin tones, and then they also have another one in medium deep, I think it's called, or deep. That's for deeper skin tones. So we're really happy that they've done that. I don't know if you can see a difference between this side and this side, but I've really been liking this powder. I've been using it all over my face, but kind of definitely more lightly than normally you'll see me go in with powder. I don't know, trying new things, but really been liking this powder itself, and I like it all over my face. I definitely do feel the need, though, after I go in and use it, to use bronzer on my skin. It does, you know, I wouldn't go in with like a heavy brush and put it all over my face. It's a little more dense under the eyes. But speaking of bronzer, I'm so excited about this. Okay, I purchased this during the Sephora sale primarily because of the packaging. It was so beautiful, I could not resist. From Hourglass. It's the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked Tiger palette. So there was a bunch of different palettes, but the other reason that I really liked this is because, and I've mentioned this many times before, but there's very few times that there are face palettes in which they have any shades for me, let alone I can use all of the shades. And especially even for deeper skin tones than me, it's even harder. So this looked like a line of face palettes that seemed to have a nice variety of shades. I can't speak to really deep skin tones, I'm not sure. But this was the one that I picked up, and I thought it was just beautiful. And this was meant to be in my Sephora haul, like I mentioned, but it did ship separately. So it has a finishing powder, it has a metallic. What are they saying is what here? Okay, I just spent like 27 minutes trying to match up the shades here, but essentially it doesn't even matter. It's got a bunch of blushes, finishing powders, strobe lights, all that kind of things in here, and really, really pretty. So the pans are a little bit small though, so I'm going back to using this. This is a Sephora like holiday brush. It came in a kit a long time ago, but any kind of angled brush. I like the bronzer that's in here, or this finishing powder, whatever they're calling it. It's kind of on the cooler tone side, but I don't have a lot of experience with these Hourglass powders, but what I will say is they are very buildable, very lightweight, easy to work with. But they, you know, unless they're made for your skin tone, they're not going to look good, unfortunately. Which, I mean, I'm sure like it's kind of the case with all products, but definitely when it's a product that's so lightweight and meant to be so skin-like and seamless, all that kind of stuff. I know everybody was kind of advocating for Hourglass to do some deeper shades, and I know for some of you, you're going to be like, it's too little too late, and totally valid. You know, you vote with your money when it comes to these companies, so you decide who you wanna you know, support. And I support you. So when I did an Instagram reel using this, I used the kind of orangey blush. So today I'm gonna go the more rosy route and see what happens, because I'm curious how this looks on my skin tone. The two kind of marbly shades are the ones that I'm the most curious about showing up on my, oh, that's a really pretty rosy glow. Like, this is a face palette that I can actually see myself using. I don't know about traveling with just because it's so pretty, but beautiful blush. Wow. I'm in a really blushy phase right now. For highlighter, I think I'm going to take a little bit of actually this shade, this kind of marbly shade with a bit of rose in it, and the goldy shade. Let's see what happens. Because they're pretty. Nice. Pop it in my inner corner as well. I'm going to not actually use it on my eyes, but I have used it on my eyes and I like it. I want to show you something else that I've been using on my eyes and really liking. Just going to blend that all together a little. So I've just been using bronzer on my eyes lately, but I've gotten so many, or not so many, but more compliments on like my eye color, my eyes popping lately, and I really think it's the tone of this bronzer, and it's the House Labs bronzer in the shade Medium Level 6. I really like it on my face as well, and I would have used it today. I have been using it on my face and my eyes just for simplicity, but I wanted to show you that Hourglass palette today. And the bronzer shade, this this House Labs bronzer is much warmer, I feel like, than the Hourglass. And I think that's what pops a lot on my brown eyes, perhaps. But if you're not using bronzer on your eyes already, I highly recommend it. Super easy way to just run it in your crease, do it all over the lid, a little on the lower lash line, whatever you want. And I do it with all kinds of bronzers, but there's something about the tone of this one specifically, I think, that's been significantly nice. I will say, up close on my skin, I feel like the Hourglass looks a little bit light. It could have a little more depth, perhaps. Of course, mascara is the next part of making your eyes pop. And this is a new mascara to me. Shopper Jugmart sent this to me because Uma, I believe is how it's pronounced, Beauty, is available there now, which is really exciting. I need to try their foundation and concealer, but I right now have their Drama Bomb Extreme Volume Nourishing Mascara, and I wore this for the first time yesterday or the day before, and I was like, look at that. Boom! Really impressed. And you know what? I said the exact same thing in my Instagram reel too. I was like, boom! I was like, maybe that's why they call it the bomb. And then I was like cringed at myself, and here I am doing the exact same thing again. So know that I'm genuine in the things that I do that are like annoying and cringy. It's like it's inherent in me, and it's something that I can't change. I'm trying. Self-awareness is the first step. Really love it. Super black, super voluminous. I can see it, people may be feeling it can get a little clumpy, but I like to ride that fine line. I'm here to take a risk. Ooh. This is like a true false lash effect mascara. Gonna give myself another zhuzh. I did let my mascara set a little bit before I just went in. I was picking out my lip, trying to figure out what I wanted to. I'm sorry. It's a little bit congested. Everybody in Toronto is sick right now. Anyways, this is the Bare Minerals Mineralist Lip Liner in the shade Striking Spice. I just swatched it on my hand. It was so creamy, so it's a little more red than what I want right now, though, I think. Because they also sent me, where is it? Everlasting Cocoa or something? Calming Cocoa? Everlasting. This one's much deeper, but actually really like the packaging on these. The new Bare Minerals. What is all over everything? Lip liner? This one's in the shade Brave. These are brand new to me, like I said. Like the little applicator. Nice shade. This is all a little deeper than I was planning for. So let me, they smell good. Add a little bit of this. Can't resist a 3. I always have to have at least 3 things on my lips, okay? If you've been here before, you know. This is the Makeup Forever Rouge Artist in Toffee at All Hours. Jeez Louise, they have small writing. Center of my lips. Okay, I don't know how I feel about the lip, but I feel like every time I change a lip in a video, people always prefer the original. Even though right now you might be screaming at me being like, I hate the original. I'm sorry. Either way, this is the finished look. I definitely prefer the foundation today. It's more makeup-y than a lot of the foundations that are out right now, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have our different preferences, and I don't think it looks heavy on the skin. It definitely is just a more perfected look, maybe more for nighttime, or if you prefer a full face day to day, or, you know, pictures, things like that. But I will do a full review if you'd like to see that with flash photo, wear it throughout the day, all that good stuff. But other than that, loving the Hourglass palette, loving this mascara so much. Really like the lip too, just a matter of kind of the day-to-day, and also the House Labs on the eyes is one of my favorite. But thank you so much for watching. If you would like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!